Hello, this is Essie, the rich woman. Today is Sunday. It's between 6 and 6:30 p.m. And I want to talk a little bit about this segregation that I see Donald Trump. I don't quite understand it really. He said that he took it away for federal construction or something like that. I don't know what that means exactly. People was like, we're gonna go back to whites only colored restrooms, and I don't know if it's gonna be like that. It might, or if they're gonna build buildings from now on being separate, or separate restaurants and all that stuff. I don't know how that is really gonna work when people have mixed so much now, unless the person that maybe, like, a woman, if a interracial marriage and white and black marriage, maybe then they have to be on the black side. But anyway, a lot of black people is happy about the segregation, and I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's such a horrible idea, especially for black people, because of black people having to deal with racist white people and calling the police on stupid things, lying, and just giving black people a hard time. So if the kids can go to just black only schools, black only restaurants, and more things are just blacks only, I think too it would bring black people together more, to be united better, if it was only blacks. And but the thing about it is, you have to, if the white racist people can stay on their side and not come over and harass the black people that's minding their own business, I think it could work out. I think if black people had a say in what the kids learn, it would be a lot better. Um, I feel like way back in the past, when it was segregated, the black um, were smarter, were educated better. I don't know, but I think it would be better for black people as a whole. I think it would be better to be segregated, and black people are happy about it. And I can't say I understand it. Candace Owens was talking a whole bunch of nonsense. I listened to a little bit of what she was saying about black people happy and they want segregation. But I'm like, when you have been oppressed for so many years by white people, um, you want to be away from them. You want to be away from the oppressor. And you're happy to be away from the oppressor. And there's nothing wrong with that. She said something about it's a dream to be married to a white man. I was like, she must have hate herself, and she must have hate her own blackness, because I would think it would be a dream to be married to a person that's in love with you, period. Don't even look at the race, but to a person that just love you and you love him, that's a dream, to be married to that person, not to a white man. So, with Candace Owens, some things she say make sense, and I listen to her, and then some things she say don't make no sense at all. It seems like she have self-hatred, hate her blackness, and I don't like the way she talk about black people as a whole. I don't like it. So I'm subscribed to her channel, because some things I be wanting to find out what's going on in the government, and some things she be knowing I don't know about now, since she has basically broke off from them but she could get information, you know, certain information. Like when she was talking about the blackout that's going to happen, that she overheard people talking about, that's going to happen for sure. So I'm like, okay, that's information that, you know, we need to know. But you know, I know that it's going to be a war happen. You know how it's everything. Yahweh's in control, so it's segregating black people away from white people. Is Yahweh doing it? Okay, and He's doing it for a reason. So I was thinking about, you know, I had that dream that Russia is going to attack America, and it's going to happen. Just don't know when it's going to happen. But in the dream, when Russia attacked America, in my dream, I saw it in a nice area, like a suburb or something. It was a white area, put it like that. He wasn't in Compton. He didn't have no soldiers. He wasn't attacking Compton. He wasn't attacking Watts. No, it was a you could tell it was a white area that I saw when I saw Russia attack America. It was a white area, not a black area. Putin know who we are. He know that we're the Hebrew Israelites. He know that. So yeah, that's what I saw in my dream. And I ain't the only one that saw that too. But anyway, um, I wanted to talk about something else that I discovered, that I found out. You know, I pray and I ask Yahweh to show me things. So, like, I be wanting to know everything. Like, cause it's so many lies, you know, that have been told, and I be wanting to know, like, what's the truth. And so I found out some years ago that, um, you know, I really don't think that the world is in a globe. I think the world is flat. I think the world is kind of like a potted plant. You know how you see a potted plant, like round and with walls, and then it kind of like comes down. That's how I think the world is shaped. Kind of like it's round and flat, and it has walls, and it like comes down, kind of like a potted plant. But so I found out that I don't know where the video is. It's been a while since I watched it. It was this white man. Um, I think he was either like European, but he he changed the map of the world. So the you know how it shows Africa being at the bottom and the European countries at the top. And so the same with us over here on with South America and North America. White countries at the top and the darker countries at the bottom, you know. And so in this video, they said that he changed the map of the world. That the darker countries are at the top and the white countries are at the bottom. But he came from Europe, which is at the bottom, and he went up to Africa. And so the Africans was teasing him. You come from beneath. You come from beneath. And they was just teasing him about him coming from beneath. So when he became an adult, he changed the map of the world and put the African, you know, the black countries at the bottom and the white at the top. So I was like, whoa, I said, I can see that. I can definitely see that happening. So, I always thought, you know, because they tell us that um, the Middle East is where, you know, the Garden of Eden is, and Jerusalem, and Galilee, and Bethlehem is over there where those, I'm going to just say, is in Israel in the Middle East. So I was like, I prayed to Yahweh because I'm like, I want to know I want to know the true map of the world. I want to know where everything is. Um, and so I was watching a video and I came across this channel. And this woman was saying that the South Africa is where Jerusalem is what Israel is. It's South Africa. And I was like, because I know I always hear people say, "Oh, we come from Africa. We all come from Africa, right?" And so I'm like thinking, no, we all come from the Middle East, you know. And so I prayed about it. I'm like, I want to know, is South Africa Israel? And so I had Googled it. Where is the real South Africa? Is the real Jerusalem or Israel in South Africa? And something came up. And so it was saying that it is. That well, one came up and said, no, it's in the Middle East. But then another one came up and it said, and it's September the 4th, 2017. I read the whole website and it was saying that Israel has always been in South Africa and still is in South Africa. And look, I can't pronounce the name of the. It's in South Africa. Look, it's LES something THO something like that to that spelling. Lethesto, something like that. Is I think Jerusalem. I think that's Jerusalem. And so I was like so surprised because it was saying too, I think it's a scripture that says that it's on top of the world. So if you take Africa and put it at the top like it's supposed to be, then South Africa will be at the top, at the very top of the world. And so I was like, that's honestly why I believe that there's so many white people in South Africa trying to take that country over, because they know that that's the true Israel. And so I remember too watching a documentary years ago, and there was Hebrew Israelites in South Africa, and they still practice the whole like Hebrew religion and all that stuff. They practiced everything. And so I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, okay, so they went way down. I'm thinking they went way down there, you know. And now it all makes sense. There's Hebrew Israelites in South Africa because that's Israel. That's the true Israel. I'm like, I am so sick of these people lying. They lie so much to keep us from knowing where everything really is. I'm like, out of all the countries in Africa, why is these white people fighting so much for South Africa instead of the other countries? They really want South Africa so bad. They're trying to take it from the black people, and no other country in Africa are they in trying to take over but South Africa, because they know that South Africa is Israel. I was like, thank you, Yahweh, for revealing that to me. Wow. So you got people that spend their money going to the Middle East in Israel, thinking that that is the real Israel. Spending their money looking around, you know, thinking that this is some secret place, sacred place, you know, doing tours and sightseeing, and that's not even the real Israel. And anyway, I think it said in the Bible that the Romans destroyed Israel. They destroyed the temples and all that stuff. What the Romans did that. So they completely destroyed it. So like there's no type of buildings or anything there to show that this is Israel, the true Israel. I was like, wow. So I was like so happy to find out that that is the real Israel. South Africa. And that it sits at the top of the world, not at the bottom, like they want you to think. They want to always put black people at the bottom. That's why they changed the map to put us at the bottom when we're really at the top. And then I found out that white people have Neanderthal in them. All of them. No, not just white people. All the other races besides black people. Like Asians. Everybody that's not black have Neanderthal in them, which is not a human gene. That black people are the purest humans on the earth. We don't have Neanderthal in us. The Neanderthal is not a human gene, you know. And so when you look up a Neanderthal, you could tell it ain't human. It's, I don't know, some type of beast or creature that's have you know, the shape, the arms and legs and stuff like a human, but we're the purest form of humans, black people on the earth. So I was like, because, you know, let Jean Elliott, I think I'm saying her name right, let her tell it that white people come from black people. Let her tell it. And that they went to the cold area and turned white. Or they eat certain foods and they turn white. I don't believe that, because if that was so, then when white people go to where it's hot, why don't they turn black? If that's so, why don't they turn black? If they was from us and they went to the cold areas and turned white, then they should be able to go to the hot areas and turn back black. That's how I feel. That's just like saying that we came from a monkey. Well, then why ain't people coming from monkeys right now? Basically. So yeah. So I'm tend to believe that Neanderthals was sleeping with humans. It's the one lady, she had explained all of how they mix with humans. And that's how we get the white people today and the other races, because they mix with human, but all of them have traits of Neanderthal in them. Wow. Sometimes now I can, when I think about that, I think about, so that's how they can do things to black people and not care and not have no mercy, no compassion. It's that Neanderthal DNA or trait that is in them that's not human, is why they can do things to black people and not even be fazed by it, not even have compassion or mercy or, you know, any type of empathy or sympathy for black people. It's because of the Neanderthal that's in them. That's the only thing I can see. So it was good to find out that, like, I be wanting to know all truth. I want, because once you find out the truth, then you have the answers to a lot of questions that you have been asking the Heavenly Father and yourself, you know, that you have been wondering about. When you find out truth, then you be like, oh, so that's why they do this and that's why they do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to find out truths, and I always pray to have knowledge of the truth of what's going on in this world. because then I know I have the answers to a lot of my questions. So yeah. Ooh, I tell you, these lies, it's so many lies to have to break through. It's insane. Even taking our identity, don't want us to know that we are the true Hebrew Israelites. And it's just so much. So many lies. Like, I would not feel good saying that I am something that I am not. In the actual people that is here, and I'm claiming to be them. Like, I would not feel honest. I would not feel like a good person to say that I'm something I'm not, and the true people are here. So, it's kind of hot in here. I gotta go to work today, and like well, I guess I don't mind working today. It's okay, but I'm taking off for the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I am so glad to be taking off. I'm like, I want to retire. I'm tired. I want to retire. Just work to pay bills. What time is it? You know? Whew. I hope I don't forget anything I want to say. I can't think of nothing right now. But I definitely want to talk about us being segregated. Hopefully they don't tell us how to raise our kids either. Because these kids need to be whooped, okay? These kids need to be whooped. That's why they out of control right now. Because they took the whoopings out of the homes. And now, the kids are spoiled and out of control and don't have no respect for nobody. So, I guess I will talk to you guys in another video. Have a good night. Bye.